Phil Pustiovsky here. Welcome back. We've gone through a number of training videos. We're up to this next one here. What we talked about so far is what's the near future of real estate, what's going to happen in the next 1 to 4 years. We've talked about motivated sellers, how to talk to them. We talked about how to sign up the deal. Now that you get the deal signed up, let's talk about money makers versus time wasters. You've noticed I haven't done a whole lot of qualifying up to this point. In fact, the only qualifying I had before was that they were motivated. Remember I said that, hey, if the person's motivated, they're going to sign the paperwork nice and easy, so that won't be a problem. So really, it's at this point, now that you control the deal, now it's time to evaluate the money makers from the time wasters. This is an extremely important lesson that I continue to reiterate with the people that I coach. What I have found over a long period of time is that in coaching, hundreds, thousands of people, what I see is so many people are busy. They're so busy. They've got so much going on, but they're not productive. I want to highlight activity versus productivity. The last thing we need in this world is more activity. So many people are doing so many things. I know of investors that are working so hard right now that make so much less than my students and I do. I mean, a fraction of what we make. And they're doing more deals, but they're so active and they're not productive. The difference really is night and day. I mean, there is a humongous difference between being active in real estate and being productive. What's the difference? Productivity is about working on deals that are going to close and make you a bunch of money. Activity is working on every single deal that comes across your desk. This right here is The Power of No. I think there's a book written on it. Power of No. Some deals were really never meant to make any money. And you know what? The seller may have been motivated too, and my heart goes out to that seller. But you know what? You're running a business here. Now, if you want to do that for charity purposes, that's terrific. But as far as running a business, just keep in mind, you need to be able to know when to say no. Now, that's a very complicated question because it involves so many different variables and factors that I wouldn't be able to really describe here. That's what our coaching program is all about. It's the ability to teach someone how to know when a deal is a good deal. And what's so interesting about this is that so many times people will think a deal is a lousy deal that turns out to be a great one, and then vice versa. It only comes through a large amount of experience over a long period of time that someone can really say with certainty, oh, this deal's a winner and this deal isn't. So the lesson you need to know here is this. If you are in real estate investing right now and you're not making a ton of money, you're being active, which is good. Congratulations, that's important. But you're not being productive. Think of it this way. What would you rather do? This is the question. Would you rather work on 30 deals at $1,000, at $10,000? Would you rather do that, or would you rather do 3 deals at $100,000? Choice is pretty simple, isn't it? You go here. That's productive. That's still pretty productive. You know how much work that is? 30 deals? That's a lot at 10,000 bucks. So you see the difference here? You want to be productive in your opportunities. What we oftentimes see is this. Someone will just run around like a chicken with their head cut off. I was that way a long time ago. They'll run around like a chicken with their head cut off, and they'll try and do as many deals as they possibly can. And then what ends up happening is they have this huge pile of papers on their desk. Their office is a mess, and they're getting nothing done. It happens all the time. What you have to be able to do is trim the fat and just work on the productive deals. And here's what's the scariest part about this. Most investors, if you were to ask them right now, all the deals on their desk, which one is their fastest route to money first, they can't tell you. That's very sad. You need to know all the time, every day, as soon as you wake up, what's my fastest route to money first? What is going to put money in my pocket the fastest? So, I'm going to write that down. Fastest route to money first. Fastest route to money first. You need to know that always. In the software system that I'm fortunate enough to be able to utilize, it's not my system, it's something I have a bulk licensing agreement with called ePartner. Every deal of every student, and myself included, we always know our fastest route to money first. It does it automatically for us. You have to know that. If you don't, you're always going to be active. Because if you only have 20 minutes in a day to invest in real estate, then you need to focus on the deal that's going to make you the money first for that 20 minutes, right? Absolutely. You need to focus on your fastest route to money first, and that's the definition of productivity. Look, this is a subtle lesson because I know developers, I know big players who get caught into this trap of not doing this. I know big time players that were making $250,000 a month 2 years ago who are making a negative $80,000 a month right now. I know them personally. And they did it by not focusing on their fastest routes to money first. They got active. They started doing a bunch of deals, but they weren't being productive. You see how passionate I get about this? This is such a huge lesson. This is such a huge part of your life. It will impact your life for the rest of your business career. This is for all entrepreneurs, not just real estate investors. Focus on your fastest routes to money first. Focus on that deal first, and then get rid of the junk. Now, how do you get rid of the junk? How do you know which one's a winner, which one's a loser? That's where you need to align yourself with a mentor, coaches that know a ton about real estate investing. We offer that service. That will help you tremendously. But regardless of who you go with, make sure you work with somebody who's already made it happen. Does that make sense? They need to know their stuff. They need to know which deals are going to make you a lot of money and which deals are going to waste your time. All right, so I've really drilled this thing home. I hope you have followed this advice here. I want you to implement it today, right now. I don't care how long you've been working on a deal. That has nothing to do with real estate investing. What matters is which deal is going to close first, which deal is going to put money in your pocket first. And all that's going to do is help everybody around you. It's going to help your title company you close with, going to help the homeowners you're doing deals with, going to help everybody in the deal. When you close deals, everybody's helped. And when you make a lot of money, then you can bless others. So focus on your fastest routes to money first. All right, thanks for being with me.